All right. Good morning, everybody. Habari za asubuhi, habari za mchana, habari za jioni, brothers and sisters all over the world. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, brothers and sisters all over the world. The name of this channel is The African Times, and I'm Thomas. And I am talking to each and every one of you all over the world. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of The Rise and Shine. The Rise and Shine. And in this episode, everybody, I just want to talk to you a little bit about our good brother Steve. Sent me a message today. He's been watching since he's been back in the States. Steve is a brother, for those of you who don't know, who came to visit us here in Tanzania. He was our first visitor who came here directly to see us. We were very excited about it, and I'm still excited. And thanks, I just wanted to extend a thank you to this brother, because he made life here for that time that he was here. He made it exceptionally wonderful, exceptionally enjoyable, made life worth living, again, as we struggle through establishing ourselves here and establishing our business and doing those things. So anytime we can have someone come and bring a good spirit of joy, a good spirit of unity and togetherness, and bring the words of wisdom that he brought to us, it's a fabulous thing. All right, so listen, I had a video for him. The last video that we did right before he left the hotel, and I think somehow it got deleted from my phone because I was running out of memory and I was trying to get out a video, and sometimes you have to delete some videos in order to make room to what is the term, to kind of transfer the video from one part of the phone to the next. So I apologize for that, brother. So anyway, everybody, it was great to have Steve with us. Now this morning, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about our visit, and I'm going to do that while I'm making my coffee and as I get ready to start my day. So hold on one second. I'm going to make some coffee and then I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. All right, good. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to me. Now, what you're looking at, that is the coffee machine, the coffee maker, the hot water maker. This is what we use to make coffee here. It's pretty interesting. We had a coffee maker in W World over there, in W America, whatever they want to call it. We were over there, and we had a coffee maker. This one is kind of unique because, I've never seen one that looks like it. It's the same concept. You put the water in there and there's a heating pad at the bottom. But this one heats so much faster than the one where we came from. And it doesn't make the coffee. So this is just really to boil the water. They probably do have one that makes the coffee, but we didn't get that one. We got this one. So the way it works is you take this little button here and you turn it on like that, and within a very few minutes, the water is just really, really hot. All right, so I'm gonna give you, listen, can you hear this? Okay, yeah, you guys should be able to hear that. What that is it's starting to boil on the inside. Down here, that's the plate. Down here, that's the plate where it heats up. So, yeah. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this coffee. Just wanted to show you that, and then I'm gonna come back and chat with you a little bit more about Steve. All right, talk to you in a moment. All right, listen, I'm about to make the coffee, and this is the coffee that I use here. Not promoting this particular brand or anything like that, but just so you know, one of the options here, we use this, and you notice it says 3-in-1. 3-in-1. I like that because oftentimes I'm in a hurry and I'm able to make the coffee pretty quick. What it means by 3-in-1 is It's got the coffee, the creamer, and the sugar all together. Now, I'm not promoting coffee. I don't even know if coffee is good for you. Let me tell you, I tried to look coffee up some years ago. Found very little information about the negative effects of coffee. I did find some things that said just don't drink more than 2 or 3 or whatever. And that's always curious to me when I hear things like that, because first, if it's good for you, things that are good for you, I think you can enjoy them without concern about how much you enjoy them, because they're purely good for you. If you have to worry about having too much of something, then I think that maybe it may not be good. I kind of liking it to, if you're going to, let's say you're going to eat an apple, all right, and an apple is really tasty, you like it, you enjoy it, and you say you're going to eat 2 or 3 of them in one setting. They're very filling, so you may not be able to eat more than 2 or 3, but let's just, for the sake of the argument, say you did. If you ate 2 or 3, I'm not really sure you'd have too many negative effects. You might have a tummy ache from stretching your tummy out too big, but physically, I don't think that would probably harm you. Now, some people may be talking about diabetes or things of that nature, but I don't think that's a natural occurrence. So if all things were good and you were normally just a generally healthy person, I think you'd be okay. To where with coffee, all the negative things that I saw said just don't drink too much. Some increasing your heart rate, things of that nature. The coffee is kind of like a dehydrator or whatever, but then that's even surprising that you can't find anything negative about it. That's strange to me. Now, economically, as I told you, economically we talk about these things. Afra Cafe. That's what it looks like, Afra Cafe. Oh, by the way, that's the name of this coffee. But by the way, the water, it just heated up. It's boiling hot now. It's finished. Very, very quick. That's why the sound went down. I don't know if you heard the click, but you see here, now the light is off. It just went away. So, but economically, back to the coffee, see, Africa and many countries, from what I'm able to understand, they have coffee beans. That's something they have. So we should be making this. We should be manufacturing this. And I don't mean only in partnership with the W's. I mean, we should literally be making it, not only harvesting the bean or growing the bean. That's one stage in the value chain. But we should have value addition moving forward by taking it from a raw bean and manufacturing it into various products, just like this. Because it's not only the coffee, but obviously the cream, the sugar, the packaging, the desktop publishing, or whatever, the graphic art design, whatever they call it now, the writing, the advertising staff, the accountants that need to take account of it, the actual producers, the people who work in the plants to build it, the people who have to build the plant. Then, you need the roads from the plant, the trucks, the petrol, all of that. Do you understand? Those are all economic activities that result from just making this package. And it even extends further. The people who work in the various jobs that help get the coffee to us, those people need to stop at a cafe, get some coffee as they work or what have you. They need to buy drinks and water and soda, and they need to build houses, they need to have cars and things of that nature. So this is where it becomes important to understand that we are operating economically, and this is where it was really an enjoyable experience to talk with our good brother Steve. I'm going to tell you about that in a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Just wanted to finish up here thanking our good brother Steve and let you know where I left off here with the coffee. Okay, as you can see, spoon, straw. I usually drink it out of a straw for reasons I can't tell you right now. But yeah, and here's a cup, pottery or porcelain, and I have no idea what it's made of, pottery, porcelain, whatever. But my point is the economics of the coffee. Gotta make that cup. Whatever this spoon is made out of, aluminum, whatever. Plastic for the straw. I talked to you guys before about all of that. Well, all of those things, products that have to be manufactured. And they need to be manufactured here because they create jobs. And when we are in control of those jobs, we're in control of the economic benefits received by our people. And that's something that's very serious. It's not something that we can poo-poo away and leave that to other people, because those other people will use that as a means of terrorizing you, and they'll use that as a means to prevent you from prospering, to control you, to dominate you economically, and then doing it in that way, financially, economically, it's less expensive for them because they don't have to bring ships and planes and guns and things of that nature and human labor over here to our good motherland and use that to dominate us. They will do that as a last resort. But they do. So we're going to talk more about that. But again, so just to let you know, the cup of coffee is just not a cup of coffee. It is a way for us to provide economic activity for us. And that's where it comes back to our good brother Steve. Because remember, every time we meet, I tell you all the time, if we meet and we talk with each other, we should do so and make sure that we talk economically about what opportunity may be there for us together, to work together, to come together and do something in such a way that benefits us as individuals, but also benefits the group of us all over the world. You in Brazil, you in Venezuela, you in England, you in Germany, you in France, you in Spain, America, Canada, the islands, the Virgin Islands, Australia, wherever you are, Kenya, Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana, Gambia, Senegal, Botswana, Rwanda, Malaysia, Malawi, I think Namibia, Zambia, wherever you are, and forgive me if I don't know, they deprive us of that information. In America, we get very little information about anything other than America. And that way they keep your mind and your consciousness captive. They keep it captive so that you have no idea what's happening in the world or how the world operates. And this is why I go back to the economics. And again, I thank our brother Steve, because much of our conversations together were about that. And what can we do? How can we help each other? What can we do that'll be beneficial to the people? How can we relate to the government in such a way? These are things Steve had on his own mind. You saw in the videos. But again, I want to thank him for that, because that's man talk. All the other stuff is foolishness, because it really has no benefit for our children and our children's future. And when I mean other stuff, I mean you can engage in conversations that are lighthearted, fun. For example, I'm just giving you an example. If you want to talk football, right? And I'm speaking both soccer, that we call it in America, and you call it football in America. But soccer here is called, I think, football in Africa. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but generally you get the point. If you want to talk sports as a man, that's fine. You need a little lighthearted conversation to take the pressure off, It's beautiful. But then you can talk about that also economically. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about that in another video. But you can talk about that economically too, and come up with ways and ideas and thoughts and strategies where you can turn that activity into some financial economic benefit for us as people. We have to do that. There's no other way. You have to have a strong economy, and it has to be controlled by you. And you have to remove from your consciousness, from your mind, the belief that concepts given to you by another group of people who don't have your best intention at heart are the only concepts in the world, or the best concepts in the world. Capitalism is not the best use of human capital, resources, labor, minerals. It's not the best use of that, because it's intended to keep wealth in the hands of a few people. And that's a fact. That's not something that, is just my opinion. This is how capitalism works. And it will always move in that direction. Even the misbelief that during the heyday of the United States, the W's provided a great middle class. No, it wasn't that they provided a great middle class. It just happened to be in order to develop the rich wealth class that they developed, they had to use many people to do it, and those many people had to have food, clothing, and shelter. They had to be a stable society to produce that wealth. And when you create a stable society, a society where people have the time, the energy, and they have a stable, peaceful, tranquil frame of mind, then those people can begin to develop also, because they have the time to think. They have the time to analyze, to assess, to be creative. If you enslave a population and you work a population to death, like they did us Africans in many parts of the world, then you don't have time to really think. It's limited. It's very limited. And they needed to be that way because they had a particular use for your human labor. And this is what this is about. So again, Brother Steve, thank you. Thank you for coming and being, a man and dealing with issues and talking about issues that affect all of us deeply and greatly and for the future. And I'm here. I'm going to continue to work towards the things we talked about and other things. So we'll be talking soon, brother. And for all of you who may be thinking about coming, and we welcome everybody, and we'll do everything that we can to help you. We're not rich people. That's not what we are. But whatever we have and whatever way we can be of any kind of assistance, we're going to do that. Okay? All right, everybody. Thanks again to Brother Steve. Thanks again for all of you watching. Please remember, subscribe. It's very important. It helps us continue to do things that we need to do. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed, and to those who may be considering it. We certainly appreciate it. You can like if you like, and tell a friend. Share the video. Share the information that we're trying to do with other people. Okay? And again, hit that subscription button. We appreciate it so much. You guys take care, and see all of you soon. Don't forget, economics. Economics. All right? Uhuru. Uhuru. Uhuru.